Hi, I'm Jeff Ludy, the owner of Houston Window Experts. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hey, today I want to talk to you about 5 things that savvy, smart homeowners do when they're making decisions about buying windows. But before I get into that, I want to remind you that if you live in the Houston area, come by our showroom here where we have over a dozen brands of beautiful windows and doors to choose from, or we'll come out to your home and take a look at your project. Either way, we'd love to help. And if you don't live in this area, but you're looking for a great window company near you, check out jeffslist.com. I've compiled a list of great window companies all over the country, people that many of them I personally know to have done a great job with helping their clients find windows and doors. Okay, so 5 things that savvy homeowners do when picking a window company. Now, here's why these things are important, right? Have you ever bought windows before? Okay, well, most people haven't bought windows before. And so imagine the very first time you ever bought a car, right? You had the car salesman who had a lot of experience, and then there was you. That happened to me one time, I remember. It's a very sad story, and I don't want to cry today, so I'm not going to tell you about it. But when I bought my very first car, I actually got a little bit taken advantage of, and as we all make more decisions, we get better at making decisions, right? Because we've done it more often. And so I'm trying to spare you some of these mistakes. And so smart homeowners, because we see hundreds of them every year, we can tell when they're really doing their homework and they're doing it right. So here's the first one. Number 1, details. Details, details, details. Now, I'm going to put a link up here and also down below to a great set of videos I made where we cover a lot of the details, but I want to hit some of these just real briefly for you right here. It's real easy for you to not catch the details of what it is you're buying, because maybe one window company quotes you $20,000 for windows and another one quotes you $10,000 for window, and it all seems to be the same to you, but it really isn't. The best way you can get details is to ask questions, but I think the very best detail you can possibly get, and it really helps cover your back on this, is to get an actual physically printed or a PDF or something, quote, a proposal from whoever's proposing these windows to you that actually goes in and elaborates and specifies in great detail what exactly you're getting. Now you might say, well, Jeff, isn't that happening all the time? No, it really isn't happening all the time. I've seen this before where somebody shows you a sample window and you look at the window sticker and then you look at it and say, well, that's great performance data. You like that window. And then when the windows show up with no sticker on them. Well, how do you know you're getting the same window? I mean, if it's a white vinyl window with glass, how do you know you're getting the exact same window that you thought you were getting? So there will be details on there, details that say things like what the NFRC data is on that, National Fenestration Rating Council. There's a link to that right here where I go into that in detail. That will show you what kind of air leakage rating it has. It'll show you what kind of sound reduction it has. It'll tell you the U factor. It'll tell you the solar heat gain coefficient. These are important numbers. This is just like if you went to buy a car and you thought your car was going to get 40 miles to the gallon and it got 30 miles to the gallon. That would be something you want to be able to compare to the window sticker. That's why you see a window sticker on a car. There should be a window sticker on a window, right? So having that detailed information before you make a decision and confirming with them, is this the window I'm getting? Is this exactly what I'm getting? Does this data match the data that's on the window sample you just showed me? Because if it's not going to match and it's not exactly what you're getting, I would suggest you see that original window first, the one you're actually supposed to be getting, before you place an order and you end up getting something that you weren't expecting. Part B of number 1, which is get the details, is take a picture of that sample window before they leave your house. Get your phone out, take a picture of it. It'll have a picture of the NFRC data on it. That way, when you get your window, you'll be able to compare to see if really you got what you said you were going to get paid for there. Another thing you need to consider too is the details about who's going to do what. A lot of people don't discuss this. When you say, I'm going to install these windows, what do you mean you're going to install these windows? Who's going to take these curtains down? I have curtains that need to be removed. Who's going to move the furniture? Who's going to put the furniture back? Who's going to take the blinds down? Who's going to handle the alarms? Do I need to call the alarm company? Are you going to handle the alarm company? Who's going to handle the HOA? Am I going to submit the form to the HOA? Are you going to submit? These are the details that you need to stop and think about and ask these questions before you take the next step, because that's what savvy, smart homeowners do before they buy windows. Number 2, ask for references. Now, of course, the references you're going to get are all going to be great, right? Like, who's going to give a reference that says, well, this didn't turn out so well, but give them a call and see what you think. We know you're going to get references, but what I mean by get references, I mean get references in the sense of give me names, emails, or phone numbers, right? But better yet, in a 1 mile radius, 2 mile radius, 3 mile radius, give me some addresses where I can drive by and I can actually take a look at the projects you've done. Number one, I just want to see from the curb, from the street, what do they look like, right? Do they look good? I want to look at the house. Is this my style of house? Are they actually working with clients that are in the same category as I am as far as the type of home, the quality of construction, the value of the properties, the zip codes they're operating in? You don't want to be the guinea pig in your zip code for some company who's never worked on a house at the level of quality that you're going to need in order for your project to be successful. So you also want to be able to drop by. And then a third thing, and I invite this, when I go out to talk to people about buying windows, I invite this. I'm like, hey, you know what? If you're not sure about us, let me find an address for you nearby where we're installing windows tomorrow. And I'll meet you over there and I'll show you around. Now, of course, I'm going to call the homeowner there, right? I'm going to get permission. We're not going to just drop in and make a sandwich in your kitchen, but let's go look. I want you to see how my guys work. I'm proud of how my guys work. I want you to see our enclosed trailers. I want you to see how my guys are wearing sleeves to protect themselves and eyewear, and we're wearing, steel-toed boots. And we're using the right tools and the right equipment. And your windows are in an enclosed trailer, not going down the highway in a landscaping trailer, right? So these are things that actually can help verify that you're dealing with somebody that's really good at what they do. That was number two. The third thing that savvy homeowners do is they say, I know you have insurance because you told me you did, but I'd like for you to make me an additional insured. Additional insured. What does that mean? What that means is that if you wanted to do business with someone and they have insurance, it costs them nothing. Maybe it costs them $25 at the most, but they can actually send an email to their insurance company and say, we need to add John Smith at 123 Main Street as an additional insured to our policy. And what that does is, that number one establishes the fact that you are saying to the insurance company and to this company you're doing business with, I need to be listed as an insured on your policy so that we all know I'm working with you. Number two thing that does is if for some reason this insurance company was not paying their premiums, or this window company was not paying their premiums to the insurance company, you get notification that they no longer had insurance. What good is a piece of paper that says I have insurance if I'm not making my premium payments and you're no longer covered? So that was number three. Number four, get your own financing. Get your own financing. Now I've got a video about financing, the actual, what I call it, the naked truth, the ugly truth behind 0% financing. We'll put a link there and down there. Look, there's no such thing as free financing. There is no such thing as free money. Even I say that to my clients. In fact, we have promotions that say, if you don't want financing, I'll knock off 5% because it costs us money to provide you with financing. There's fees and processing that happens. If you can write a check, awesome. If you can't write a check and you need financing, then please understand it's going to be baked into the price of the windows with every window company. Now, if you can get your own financing, like for example, I've got really good credit. I'm sure you do too. You can go online and look for a 0% credit card, right? And a lot of these companies will offer you one because they want your business. That's one way to do it. Another way to do it is a company, I like one called Lightstream.com. Lightstream.com will give you a signature loan, put the money directly into your account, and it's at a very low interest rate. You're going to pay interest because nothing's free. But with most window companies, if you said to them, give me your cash price, they're going to save you some money. And some of these window companies that offer like 48 months, 0% financing, they've actually got somewhere around 15% or more baked into the price of the windows to accommodate that 48 months of 0% financing. So always negotiate a better price. And I know you can do that when you're actually handling your own financing. That was number four. Number five, hold back 10% at the very end if it's not working out. I should say, never pay more than 50% down, which is what we require, half down, because these are our custom-made windows and we can't use them anywhere else. So we're not going to do a project if we don't have some kind of guarantee that you're going to buy these windows. 50% down is acceptable, but paying the other half before the work is completed is not. So most contracts, and this is how ours reads, and it makes a lot of sense, will say that the balance is due after substantial completion minus 10%. So let's say, for example, that we put in 30 windows and one of them came in with scratched glass. We're going to expect payment. Any reasonable company is going to expect payment. But holding back 10% or at least holding back the value of the one window that's not completed, is actually in your best interest. And I think that's a real smart thing to do, because for some companies, unfortunately, once they get your money, sad to say it, they're ready to move on and go to the next one. Having a little bit of money held back over here, right? Because 10% very well could be the profit on that job. In most cases, there's not a lot of profit in window projects, okay? Somewhere around 15% is pretty normal. If you're holding back 10%, trust me, there's still urgency with the window company that did business with you to want to get you taken care of. Okay, I hope that's been helpful, 1 through 5. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Give me some comments down below. Tell me, is there something you would do? You're a savvy homeowner. What would you be doing in addition to the things I mentioned here today? And don't forget, if you're looking for a great window company near you, check out jeffslist.com. Have a great day. I'll talk to you again real soon.